don't know if any of you will have any interest in this or not, but I like to read, and we're in a weird COVID time, so I thought, see if anybody listens. I'm going to read a chapter a day of Black Beauty, and maybe you can call it literature or English or something. I don't know. The book is by Anna Sewell, who was born in England in 1820. Wow, that's even older than me. It took her 7 years to write Black Beauty, and it was her only book. So the fact that this has become a classic and it was her only book, it's pretty extraordinary. Chapter 1, My First Home. When I look back, my first memories are of a large rolling meadow with a small pond. Green, shady trees leaned over the pond, and water lilies grew in the deep end. As a colt is a young horse, I was too young to eat grass, so I lived on my mother's milk. In the daytime, I ran at her side, and at night, I slept beside her. During the warm weather, we used to stand by the pond in the shade of the trees. In the winter, we went to a warm shed near an apple orchard. There were 6 colts in the meadow besides me. They were all older than I was. Some were almost as large as grown-up horses. I used to have great fun running with them. Sometimes we would bite and kick as well as run. Don't do that, kids at home. One day, there was a lot of kicking. My mother whinnied to me to come to her, and she said, "I hope you will grow up to be gentle and good and never learn bad ways. Do your work well. Lift up your feet when you trot and never bite or kick, even when you're just playing." I never forgot my mother's advice. I knew she was a wise horse, and our master loved her very much. Her name was Duchess, but he often called her Pet. Our master was a good man. He gave us good food, a good home, and kind words. He talked to us as if we were his children. We all loved him very much. When my mother saw him at the gate, she would neigh with joy and run up to him. He would pat and stroke her and say, "Well, old pet, how is your little Blackie?" I was a dull black, so he called me Blackie. Then he would give me a piece of bread and my mother a carrot. All the horses would come up to him, but I think we were his favorites. My mother always took him to the town on market day in a small carriage. There was a young boy named Dick who would sometimes come into our field to pluck blackberries from the tree. After he had eaten all he wanted, he would throw sticks and stones at the colts. He thought this was fun, but sometimes a stone would hit us and it would hurt a great deal. One day when he was doing this, he did not know that my master was close by and could see what was going on. When he saw Dick throwing the stones, he jumped up and caught him by the arm. Then he hit him on the ears so hard that Dick roared with pain and surprise. As soon as we saw the master, we ran up closer to see what was going on. "Bad boy," he said, "bad boy to chase the colts. This is not the first time, but it will be the last. There, take your money and go home. I don't want you on my farm again." So we never saw Dick again. Old Daniel, the man who looked after the horses, was as gentle as our master, so we were very lucky. That's the first chapter. That's really short. I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to put it in another video. Love you.